Right. Us versus them. While we pay to keep our politicians fighting, how do we, the people, rise up and solve the great challenges of our time? We do it by embracing freedom and liberty. There may be no such thing as a free lunch, but this hour is as close as it gets. Welcome to A Free Solution.
Hey, it is Larry Sharp. I am here on A Free Solution, usually host of the Shortwave Show almost every evening around 7 p.m. But today, I am here with you, WYSL, Rochester, New York, WACK, Newark, New York, which is, by the way, the cool Newark. Sorry, Jersey. 585-346-3000. Some of you may know, if you're listening, if you watched me or listened to me in the past, you may know that my mother passed away. She passed away of cancer. My mother passed away of cancer about 8-9 years ago. So when I would say she died of cancer, and I would tell people, it was very common for people to ask this question. Did she smoke? It's a common thing people to ask. Not as much now, but back then it was common. Did she smoke? And I said, yeah. She smoked for many years, about 30, 40 years. And we go, oh. It was almost as if they felt like that made it okay. Like it was okay. Oh, she smoked. So she got cancer and died. Good. Now, they didn't say that. And that's not what they actually meant. Well, I think some didn't mean that, but some might have. But it's how I felt. I think that's the issue. And of course, right after my mom had passed, I was very sensitive to that. So when people would ask that question, I would feel bad, of course. Well, my father also died of cancer, but very early in life. He was only 41 when he passed. And people would ask the same question. Did he smoke? And he did. But he was 41 and he had gastrointestinal cancer. I don't think it had anything to do with smoking. Or maybe it did. I don't know, but I don't think so. Didn't matter. But as a kid, I didn't get it. I didn't understand. I was 12 when he died. But as an adult, I got it. And it bothered me. Now, why do I say that? I say that because we're seeing that happen now with COVID. We're seeing people say, if you don't do the things that society says you must do, then you kind of deserve it. And whether you believe that to be true or not, think about how that makes the loved ones feel. So say you believe that. You don't do what I say, you should die of COVID. All right, you believe that. What about the people they leave behind? What about the other people who maybe followed your rules and your regulations? They're still hurt, aren't they? What about the people who followed all the rules and regulations and still got COVID and maybe still died or had a problem or lost their job or something? How about those people? Do they matter? This is an issue that I just don't think people get. The damage being done by basically telling people they deserve what they get. How painful that is to the people who are left behind, even if you believe it. And I hope that you don't believe it, but I know some of you do. So, okay, you believe that. Even if you believe it, when you say it, when you act out, when you become dismissive. The damage you're doing to people is going to leave a very deep and long-lasting scar, longer than you might want, because there's going to be a time when you're in trouble and you're not doing the thing, whatever the thing is. And now people don't care about you or your loved one. But it's worse. If you get mad at me, that's bad. I get it. People get mad at me. Or I get mad at you. I'm mad at Ryan. Ryan, I'm mad at you because of this thing. Whatever. Maybe you and I can fix that. We can talk about it. We can have an answer. But now you insult my mother, or I insult your mother. See? Now we got a problem. So now I insulted Ryan's mom. And Ryan says, okay, I'm going to remember that. That hurt. That's my mom. That's not me. That's my mom. And now my mom got sick or passed away or whatever. And now I say, hey, Ryan, I need a favor. You think he's going to listen to me? He's going to care about me? Nope. No. And it may have nothing to do with COVID or anything else. It could be something like, hey, can you help me shovel my driveway? Whatever. No. We're creating deep wounds. We're creating hatred. The response to COVID from each other is worse than COVID. I'm not joking. It's worse than COVID. While COVID may come in and hurt the people you love, particularly the older people in our life, we at least can look back and say, it was a disease, or it was a virus, it was an act of God, it was nature, whatever. We can fix that in our heads. And if they're older than us, we can accept or deal with over time. It was the way of things. But when someone hurts us like that, it's not easy to make that go away. It's not easy for that to heal. That can last literally decades. That's what's happening now. Bill Maher said probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, he was talking to many of his liberal audience. For those of you who don't know, he is obviously a Democrat, liberal, and he was talking to his audience, and he's saying, so many of my friends don't understand why these crazy Republicans always vote against their best interest, right? We know what's best for them. Why don't they vote the way we tell them to, right? And if you're a liberal, you probably believe that. Like, yeah, we're right. I'm a liberal. We're right. Why don't you vote for us? And he said something that was actually very profound. He said, they won't vote for you because they hate you. That's the reason why. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad or works or doesn't. They hate you, and they're not going to vote for you. What happens when you insult people's families? They start to hate you, and they're not going to support you, whether it helps you, whether it helps them, whether it helps the community, whether it helps the nation. It doesn't matter. They hate you. They're not going to support you. In fact, they won't support you even if it hurts them, because they hate you. The responses that we're having now to each other, and the government is completely facilitating this. More division, more pain, but now it's even on a personal level. We are, as Americans, looking at the other American and either wishing that they die, number one, or Totally happy if they do. Totally happy. And even if we're not totally happy, we just say, deserved it. Deserved it. Because you thought differently than me, you are now worthy of death. And now when a loved one who might have been on my side, whatever side I'm on, they feel the pain of their loved one. In fact, they might have told their loved one, hey, please follow the rules. Do the rules thing. I want you to do that. Their loved one didn't. And they passed. And maybe it's related. Maybe it's not. It doesn't matter. But now you look at them and go, yeah, glad they're gone. Why don't you stab a knife in their heart? It's the same thing. Division is crushing us. We don't want to do this. This is not a good idea. It's one of the worst outcomes of this lockdown idea. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. Larry Sharp, A Free Solution, WYSL, Rochester, New York, 585-346-3000. Back after the break.
Your business relies on computers and technology to operate. Slow, unreliable networks and servers can cause unplanned downtime and affect your bottom line. The experts at Simple Tech Innovations are here to help. Their preventative maintenance program ensures that your computers and network are kept up to date and monitored for any issues, keeping your business running smoothly. They also help clients achieve HIPAA, PCI, and New York State cybersecurity compliance to keep your network safe and secure. Whatever your business IT needs are, Simple Tech Innovations should be your first call. They've won the best in Rochester 8 years in a row and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Call them today for a free consultation at 585-200-3182. That's 585-200-3182. Simple Tech Innovations.
Inside the Taylor Laboratories.
Hey, Tony, what you doing?
A little experiment, Zach. Look what I have under the microscope.
Ugh, what's that?
A sample of indoor air.
How can it be that dirty? Don't AC and furnace filters help?
Only with dust, Zach. But when Taylor installs a whole house APCO air purifier to detox the air, odors, chemicals, mold, bacteria, and viruses are removed.
For clean indoor air.
Yep. Ain't science awesome?
Taylor, 500 help.
As a veteran of the United States military, I can finally get the opportunity to enjoy special events, things that we couldn't afford, thanks to VetTix. Every empty seat at a concert, a game, or a play is a missed opportunity to say thanks to a veteran and service member. We can give our veterans a special event where they too can create their own cherished memories. Visit vettix.org. Find out how you can make a difference in a veteran's life.
Why do businesses choose to move their website from Wix and Squarespace to Simple Tech Innovations? Maybe it's their excellent customer service or attention to detail. Maybe it's their ability to give a truly customized solution. Or perhaps they just like the fact that Simple Tech is a local small business that builds great relationships with its clients. Whatever the reason may be, you can rest assured knowing that the local team at Simple Tech has your best interest in mind when building or updating your website. They're hands-on and love helping customers achieve their goals. But don't take my word for it. They've won the best in Rochester 8 years in a row and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. If your website doesn't match your dreams or isn't achieving your goals, give the professionals at Simple Tech Innovations a call today for a consultation at 585-200-3182. That's 585-200-3182. Simple Tech Innovations.
A free solution.
Yes, Larry Sharp here on A Free Solution. And the music has reminded me that this is my last show before Christmas. Oh my God, I won't be on A Free Solution until after Christmas. So for those of you who are celebrating, Merry Christmas. I do celebrate. And if you do, Merry Christmas. And if you don't, enjoy the holiday season, whatever works best for you. Yes, I'm here on a free solution. WYSL Rochester, New York. WACK Newark, New York. 585-346-3000. Before the break, I was talking about how these rules and regulations, and I think worse, our environment is dividing us even more and making things a whole lot worse. And I know that some people really want to do the right thing. I get that. It makes sense. Most people, humans, want to do what they think the right thing is. But you've heard me speak about this so many times. I have to speak about it again because it really does matter. When you're unsure what the right thing is, you have to get others to agree with you. It's that social proof that makes it okay. It's the old, well, everybody cheats on their taxes, right? Everybody breaks the rules, right? Because you know you're breaking the rules and you're not sure if you should break the rules. So you need others to say, see, you're okay. You can break those rules or do the right thing, which you may not be sure about. So when someone says, you got to wear a mask or you should die, if they're thinking that in their head, they're probably saying to themselves, wow, that seems really mean. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe my thoughts are bad thoughts. I should reconsider this. Maybe I'm wrong on this. But if they just go, right, aren't these people evil? And then everyone else goes, yeah, they are. Now I say, all right, I'm good. What was I thinking? Of course it's fine. When you're doing that, when you're really not sure if you're right, you need other people to validate that. And now we've got gangs. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but they're kind of gangs. That's the next step. Because you know, when you knew you were right, when you knew you were righteous, you didn't need other people to say anything. You didn't need that. You knew you're right. Other people are wrong. So what? So what? But when you weren't sure, you asked your friends and your family. Yeah. Now, why do I say this now? Why did I bring up gang? Why did I do that? Here's why. Because once I start thinking that, and I get my gang together to start saying how bad you people are, saying how bad Josh is, I got to get rid of that Josh guy. He's so bad. What's my next step? It's a law or a rule or something, a bill that will get me all of a sudden, get the government behind me to enforce my will. Now, if I'm unsure, or it's just my opinion, do I really feel comfortable getting the government to step in, give people tickets, or put them in jail, or whatever? No. But once I got my gang, and we can start voting, oh yeah. And you might think, I know you might, wait a minute, Larry. So some dumb gang gets together and wants to do something terrible. I don't know, like lock up people who are contagious or something like that. You know, something crazy like that. You might say to yourself, there's no way some legislator or some county executive or some governor would be behind something like that. I mean, these people swear an oath to the Constitution and they care about rights and stuff. Yes, some of you are openly laughing right now because you know exactly where I'm going. No, those people will say, oh, wait a minute. this gang will vote for me if I put a bill together that will lock up the people they don't like or they're scared of? Done and done. I will so do that. Yeah. And that's what's actually happened. Some of you might be saying, well, wait a minute, Larry. Are you talking about locking people up? Why didn't we do that right away, Larry? If this virus was the zombie apocalypse, then how come right away we didn't just lock people up, put them into camps right away? March 2020, lock them all up. The world's ending. Zombies are coming. Because you got to wait until you get the gang. See? That's why it took a year and a half. Because you got to get the gang first. The actual legislators don't care at all. Don't care at all. They just want to make sure that their gang is together voting for them. So I got mad at Josh because he didn't do the thing, whatever the thing was. I'm mad at him. And I now decided that he should, I don't know, die, or his family should die because he doesn't do the thing. Well, for me to think that, my friends have to also agree. So my friends start to agree, but some don't. So what do? I call Josh what I call the one-word story, whatever that is, the one-word story. Josh is no longer a human being. He's no longer a person, someone who has a family and friends, desires and flaws and amazing qualities and some bad ones too, as we all have. Teasing you, Josh. Just teasing you. The point is, he's a human being. No, he's not. He's not. He's a liberal or a conservative or unvaxxed. He is the one-word story. That's what he is. And all I have to say is say he is the unvaxxed. See that? That's not a human being anymore. That's not, no, you know what that is. That's not real people. Someone around me and all my friends, we become a gang. We go those terrible unvaxxed people. And then we assign horrible traits to them. They're all selfish and mean and cruel and stupid and all the bad traits that I don't like. They no longer have any good traits. They don't have family and friends. They are only the combination of bad traits. That's it. So I use that one word. All the bad traits come in. And once I dehumanize those people, those things, they're not people. Does it matter if I lock them up? Does it matter if I take away their rights? Does it matter if I punish them? Does it matter if they even get any of the rights that are guaranteed in the Constitution? No, they're not people. It doesn't matter. They're the one-word story. I got my gang together. I'm now going to go to my government, which is just the official gang. I will then get my official gang to use its gang members to punish the other, the one-word story. This is where we are. If I was going to destroy America, this is the way I do it. Tell you the truth. I wouldn't invade. I wouldn't bomb. None of that. I wouldn't try economic warfare. None of that. I do this. Sadly, it's working. I wish it wasn't. Am I nuts? You can. Tell me. Maybe I am. 100%. Come back to me. I will be back after the break with your calls and with your comments. 585-346-3000. a free solution. WYSL. Back after the break.
Fly the flag, stand for freedom.
WYSL.
AM 1040 Avon Rochester, FM 92.1 Rochester, and FM 95.5 Spencerport.
Here's the latest forecast from the Newstead NBC Weather Center for tonight. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, temps in the upper 20s, low 30s on Wednesday. Bit colder, a little breeze will kick up, a couple of snow showers around as well. It'll feel and look a little bit like winter. Could be a little dusting to an inch of snow. Breezes over 30 miles an hour, wind chill in the teens. Thursday, weather settles down, mostly cloudy, dry in the 30s. I'm Rich Cadelia, WYSL.
Why do businesses choose to move their website from Wix and Squarespace to SimpleTech Innovations? Maybe it's their excellent customer service or attention to detail. Maybe it's their ability to give a truly customized solution. Or perhaps they just like the fact that SimpleTech is a local small business that builds great relationships with its clients. Whatever the reason may be, you can rest assured knowing that the local team at SimpleTech has your best interest in mind when building or updating your website. They're hands-on and love helping customers achieve their goals. But don't take my word for it. They've won the best in Rochester 8 years in a row and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. If your website doesn't match your dreams or isn't achieving your goals, give the professionals at SimpleTech Innovations a call today for a consultation at 585-200-3182. That's 585-200-3182. SimpleTech Innovations.
At Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Anthony Drive off Route 96 in Victor. They'll help you get ready for winter with America's favorite four-wheel drive vehicles, like the 21 Jeep Wrangler Sport Convertible, $289 a month for 39 months. A 21 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited 4x4 is just $399 a month for 42 months. The returning lessee in that Grand Cherokee L Conquest. The 21 Dodge Durango SXT Plus Platinum all-wheel drive SUV, only $349 a month for 36 months. Must have Stellantis loyalty. The 21 Ram 1500 Classic Warlock Quad Cab 4x4 pickup is just $169 a month for 39 months. Must have Stellantis loyalty. The returning lessee use 2 Ram coupons while supplies last. $2,500 cash or trade. First payment, DMV, taxes and fees due at signing. Other conditions apply. See dealer for details. We're here to fully serve Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram customers in Victor, Canandaigua, Macedon, Fairport, and throughout the Metro and Finger Lakes. Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 6560 Anthony Drive in Victor.
WYSL, Merry Christmas.
Here's an important announcement from the Livingston County Department of Health and Livingston Office for the Aging. The following COVID-19 vaccine clinics will be held during the month of December. Booster dose Pfizer vaccine will be administered Tuesday, December 21st from 1:30 to 2:30. Tuesday, December 28th from 1:30 to 2:30. Pfizer vaccines available for 16 and older. Moderna must be at least 18. These clinics will be at 2 Murray Hill and Mount Morris and will be drive-through. Register online and Google the Livingston County Health Department. If you're 60 or older and need a COVID-19 vaccine, the Livingston County Office for the Aging can help. Call 243-7520. If you need a ride to get a vaccine, they can help. If you're homebound and would like a home vaccination, call 243-7270. From the Livingston County.
Okay, we have a caller, Ryan from Rochester.
For the Aging.
You're welcome.
Lung cancer doesn't discriminate. It affects people in big cities and in small towns. And that's why UR Medicine is making it easier for patients throughout the region to get lung cancer screening. If you're between the ages of 50 and 80 and currently smoke cigarettes, or have quit within the last 15 years, you can now get lung cancer screening at Noyes Memorial Hospital and St. James Hospital. To learn more, go to lungcancerscreening.urmc.edu. UR Medicine. Medicine of the highest order.
The home of a stranger, the floor for her bed, a little child wonders as she lays on her head. Her mom in the corner, asleep on a chair, the little girl hopes for a coat she can wear. She hopes for a meal before she goes to school, but there's no food for her. This life seems so cruel. So how can she make it? Her hope be restored? Support for her mother and her life not ignored. Your gift makes a difference, restores hope to her mom. Their lives will be changed. OpenDoorMission.com.
While many local collision and repair shops have been gobbled up by national chains with their impersonal touch, Flower City Collision remains locally owned and operated. The shop was started by a local veteran who taught his son Zach the basics in customer service and providing customers value. Flower City doesn't work with a specific insurance company. They want to be your advocate. If you need a repair, reach out to Zach at Flower City Collision in Henrietta. He will work with your national insurance company on your local behalf to ensure you get the repair you need done right.
A free solution.
Yep, it's me, Larry Sharp, here on A Free Solution. And the best part about this show, it's on every day. Yeah, if you like it, you can just follow A Free Solution on Facebook or on YouTube, and you can watch it or listen to it every day at noon. Easy day. Not just me. The super cool Tim O'Connor's on. So's Kevin Wilson. Come on. Great day. Here on WYSL Rochester, New York, WACK Newark, New York. And of course, reach out to me, 585-346-3000. Let me grab a caller if I could. I have Ryan from Rochester. How are you, sir?
Very good. How are you? Really appreciate your show and you shedding light on such important things that are going on.
I'm glad.
Quick questions. I schedule my lunch hour around your show so I can get in the car and listen to some of what you're discussing. I'm a lifetime New York resident. So obviously some of the craziness that you were talking about before the break is frightening. It's concerning. Yes. And my first question is not only what can we do about it? Obviously we can get involved and make sure people that we vote and people around us vote. What more could we do in opposition of some of these mandates or laws that they're trying to put in place before it happens? What can we do in opposition to that? And then the second question is, why is there not more coverage on this? Like on Fox News, you would think they would cover it around the clock, something like this. This is historic. This is a complete violation of everyone's civil rights. What do you think about those two questions?
Let me grab a couple of those. These are great points. What can we do? There are two things. What we can do. Number one, it's going to sound crazy. Be nice. I'm not joking. The nicer you are, the harder it is for someone to hate you. And that sounds crazy. But the more you yell back at them, the more you fight them, the more you validate their bad behavior. So when someone says, Larry Sharp, you hate people and you want us all to die, and I say, shut up, statist, then they say, see, I knew he was bad. But if they say, Larry Sharp, you're this bad guy, and I say, no, I just don't want people to feel bad when their loved ones die. I want them to heal fast as they possibly can. It sucks when people you love pass away. Doesn't matter who you are. They go, well, yeah, I'm going to go yell at Joey. So being nice actually matters. And that's hard, particularly when they're insulting you, particularly when they demean you, or they act like you don't matter, or dehumanize you. But being nice matters. I'm asking people to be Gandhi-like. I know, it's hard, but that's one thing you can do. That's the second thing you can do. You can help out voluntarily. Someone here in my chat just posted the Afromation art, said, good day, Larry. Wanted to know if it's good with you to create flyers and hand it out to people throughout New York. Of course. Why wouldn't you do things voluntarily? If you personally think masking is a good idea, but you don't like a mandate, you can hand out masks if you want to. If you think masking is a bad idea and there's a better answer, you can talk about that too. You can help people. You can do things that show you're helping. The more you do that, the more people will be on your side. They'll have a smaller gang and you'll have a bigger gang. So that's what we can do. When you talk to your leaders, be nice. You don't have to be angry. Anger doesn't help, even when it's righteous. And sometimes it is absolutely righteous. It's just not helpful. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah, it does. It makes a lot of sense. And I really appreciate the point of view. And I agree. And I try to share the same wisdom with people. You don't have to go crazy.
Right.
Because it's tough to make your point to someone that kind of looks at you with hatred because you have a different point of view, which you alluded to. It is a challenge. I just don't get, I agree with everything you're saying. I just don't understand how there's not more information sharing on this. Fox News to begin with all the viewers that they have. And I mean, I know they're covering the Mansion thing and that's important, but this is historic. This is this is, like you said, you alluded to Nazi Germany. This is something that would take place in Russia. Nothing that I think any of us would expect. New York State, the United States. So I just don't get how there's not more coverage from call it our mainstream media or something on television.
I didn't bring up Nazi Germany, but did I allude to it? Kind of.
Sorry about that.
Yes. No worries.
I guess I did.
I don't mind. It's all good. So, but let me walk down that road. Imagine, if you would, it's 1912 and you're in Germany and you tell some Germans, hey, do you know 30 years from now, you'll be taking your Jewish population, putting them in camps and systematically murdering them. They would have thought you were crazy. They're like, what are you kidding me? Are you nuts? We're Germans. We love our Jews. We have Nietzsche. And I mean, all our psychology people. We have tons of them. They're in there. There's 100,000 Jews in the German military. What's wrong with you? You're insane. Yet 30 years later, yeah, you'd have been right. In fact, if you had asked people in Russia or France if Germany would be doing that, they would have said you were crazy. Maybe the Russians would do it, not the Germans. Well, it happened. So that's my point, is that once the gang gets together, you never know what's going to happen. You may think it's not. 30 years from now, something bad's happening. So, yes. But now you asked about the media. Why is the media not covering it? Well, as a general rule, the media has a very important goal. It's not to inform us. It's not to be fair. It's to be watched. That's it. The goal of the media is to be watched. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. If this doesn't get watched, they're not going to cover it. It doesn't matter if it's helpful, if it hurts, if it's good, if it's bad. This is irrelevant. What actually matters is what will be watched, which is why so many people are going to alternative media, right? Once you go to alternative media, people are doing it for other reasons. And so they actually cover things that matter, which is why more and more Americans watch a little bit of mainstream media, either their local news or CNN, Fox, or MSNBC, and a bigger chunk of alternative media. Remember, media, the mainstream media, is not really media. It's entertainment. If it doesn't get watched, it fails. That is your reason. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's a great point. It really is. And just one final comment before I take up too much time here. January 5th, I heard that there's I don't know if you call it a protest, just an event being scheduled at the Capitol in opposition of what our governor and some people are trying to push through. So for all you viewers, listeners, if they're interested, they can look into that a little more. I don't know much about it. I'm not involved with it, but I did just hear something about that.
Awesome. If you guys want to go, please check that out. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so
I appreciate
much for
the
taking
call.
my call. I really appreciate what you do for all of us. Thank you.
Have a good one. So, yeah, I think what Ryan was bringing up is important. Let me grab a couple of comments. The chat is going nuts too. Matthew says, no one deserves anything from COVID. Too sad. Correct. You're right. Right? Do you deserve something because you were genetically predisposed to something? Do you deserve something because you decided to drink or smoke or whatever is the thing you did, or skydive? Does a veteran, does a service member deserve to die because they joined the service? I mean, none of these things make sense. People would only deserve something if they had done something horrible. I don't see any of those things. Trying to hurt others. You're completely correct. Yes. Joey says, I'm a murderer because I will not get that shot. Again, if you are the other, then you take on all of the bad traits and none of the good ones. You will hear me constantly say this. Let me give credit where credit is due. I will say good things about bad people because I want you and me and everyone to always remember, most of the time, people are not 100% bad. They may be doing bad things. They may have bad ideas. It doesn't make them evil. There's a difference. So, yes. Look, do people deserve it? Amber says, when people say you deserve it, they don't care about health. They care about control. Or they care about being righteous. That's important too. Am I right? Am I wrong? 585-346-3000. A free solution. WYSL. Back after the break.
Why do businesses choose to move their website from Wix and Squarespace to Simple Tech Innovations? Maybe it's their excellent customer service or attention to detail. Maybe it's their ability to give a truly customized solution. Or perhaps they just like the fact that Simple Tech is a local small business that builds great relationships with its clients. Whatever the reason may be, you can rest assured knowing that the local team at Simple Tech has your best interest in mind when building or updating your website. They're hands-on and love helping customers achieve their goals. But don't take my word for it. They've won the best in Rochester 8 years in a row and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. If your website doesn't match your dreams or isn't achieving your goals, give the professionals at Simple Tech Innovations a call today for a consultation at 585-200-3182. That's 585-200-3182. Simple Tech Innovations.
Need help with health insurance? The Greece Regional Chamber provides assistance with health insurance for businesses, nonprofits, families, and individuals throughout our region. We pride ourselves on the personalized service that we provide for our clients. Let us help you find health insurance plans that fit your needs and navigate the paperwork. Greece Chamber Benefit Partners, located at 2402 Westridge Road in Rochester, New York, offers a broad range of medical insurance plans for businesses, nonprofits, individuals, and families throughout the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region, working with insurance companies including Excelis Blue Cross Blue Shield, Univera, and MVP Healthcare. We can also help you access insurance plans through the New York State of Health, the official health plan marketplace. Again, you do not need to live or work in Greece to utilize our brokerage services. We serve the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region of New York State. Visit greecechamber.org to sign up for one of our free health insurance information sessions or schedule an appointment with one of our licensed brokers. Call 585-227-7272. 585-227-7272.
Your business relies on computers and technology to operate. Slow, unreliable networks and servers can cause unplanned downtime and affect your bottom line. The experts at Simple Tech Innovations are here to help. Their preventative maintenance program ensures that your computers and network are kept up to date and monitored for any issues, keeping your business running smoothly. They also help clients achieve HIPAA, PCI, and New York State cybersecurity compliance to keep your network safe and secure. Whatever your business IT needs are, Simple Tech Innovations should be your first call. They've won the best in Rochester 8 years in a row and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Call them today for a free consultation at 585-200-3182. That's 585-200-3182. Simple Tech Innovations.
a free solution.
Excellent holiday season. Larry Sharp here on A Free Solution. Usually host of the Shortway Show. You can check out the Shortway on all the internet things. I'm on all of them. Facebook, TikTok, you name it. Here today with you, though. WYSL, Rochester, New York. WACK, Newark, New York. I'm so glad you gave me a small chunk of your afternoon. I want to go back to the chat. My God, people are talking all kind of stuff. The media got you guys going. Doug says, media, most effective devil in America. Nice acronym. Very nice. 100%. So Susan says, will you make reference to New York legislation that's supposed for the upcoming year? That has popped up a couple times in the chat. 416, a bunch of them popped up. Yes. And that was my reference, Susan. The idea that if this was the zombie apocalypse, if it was real and we saw it, why didn't we lock people up in the first 2 months? Why didn't we rush and put everybody in camps or lock them in hospitals or something, whatever? We didn't, because we have to wait until the gang gets together, until we all start dividing each other. And everyone gets together and says, there are the evil ones. Point the finger at them. Now I've got to justify my bad behavior. How do I justify my bad behavior? Law. Now it's the law. Remember, we were just talking about Nazi Germany. Sorry, Godwin's law. So everything that the Nazis did was legal. It wasn't like they were breaking the law. They were just making terrible laws. That's all. And we are following suit. Australia already has. We are going to follow suit. We're going to get our gang together and now have terrible laws. Unless we become more human. Becoming human is the right answer. Man, it's hard. It is hard. So let's see here. Shelley says the sheriff's departments have mostly refused to enforce unconstitutional laws and mandates. And I know a lot of local law enforcement officers who refuse to enforce. The enforcement type are scary. Well, a lot of libertarians, like myself included, and many others, prefer sheriffs to police departments. Why? Because sheriffs are elected. They're beholden to the people. Police departments aren't. They're hired and fired, and they're beholden to either the mayor or whatever municipality that they work for. So many people prefer sheriffs because sheriffs can say no. And many do. And it'd be nice if we had more sheriffs doing that. I agree with you, Shelley. And I think I would hope at least that if enough sheriffs do it, a governor would step up and go, stop. And if a governor says stop, well, ours won't, but a governor in theory. If more sheriffs are saying stop and more executives are saying stop, we then hope the next thing, the DAs will say stop. If they all start saying stop, then it doesn't work, right? That's the issue, 100%. So, all righty, let me keep going here. Blaze says, wouldn't be surprised if COVID lockdown law pass. Yes.
Craig from Clinton.
I'm not anti-cop. I prefer a sheriff. I agree with you. But do you think the thin blue line types would be angry? It's a good point. I look at cops, and a lot of people are far left, far right on cops. Cops are amazing and perfect and godlike, or cops are horrible and terrible and bad. I think cops are people. They're trying to do the job to the best of their ability. Many of them are stuck doing stuff they don't want to do. Some leave, some stay because they got to pay bills. I get it. You got to pay bills. I think if we change the environment, we change the cops. I want to change the environment. That's kind of where I go. I think most people who are on the blue no matter what, meaning the cops no matter what, are going to support cops no matter what. Doesn't matter what they do. They'll be getting locked down and they'll still support them. And then those who hate cops are going to hate cops no matter what. But I think the average New Yorker, the average American, I think at least, is more in my world, which says they're people. We have a better environment, get better cops. That's how it works. So I'm going to grab a call if I could. I'm going to grab Craig from Clinton. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you, Larry?
What's going on, man?
Oh, just calling because I want to, well, a couple things. First, I don't know if you touched on it or not, but the quote from the White House about how unvaccinated can prepare for a winter of like basically death and sickness and despair.
Yes.
What? That's from what? That's from our White House? That's from our leader? You know, all y'all idiots, get ready to die. Merry Christmas. What?
Yes.
Yeah, so I couldn't believe that. Like,
I gotta tell you, as I've said before, I am very disappointed in Joe Biden. Not that I thought he'd be a great president. I did not think that. But I thought he would show more empathy. That was his skill set, right? His skill set wasn't being a good legislator. It wasn't being a good leader. It was being empathetic. That was his thing. And now we could use him to be more empathetic. And to your point, he's saying, oh, well, suckers, guess you all die. He wasn't supposed to be that guy.
Yeah, that's almost, I would go as far as to say is that's meaner than anything Trump ever said. Like, I don't know if he ever wished death upon people.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever went that far, right? And I don't know. It boggles my mind because I don't know. I've only seen opinions from people that are you would consider freedom loving, right? On that, I don't know what people think of that that are on the other side. You know, the Fauci,
no. I'm going to tell you something. In New York City, most of my friends are Democrats, but some are Republicans too. And I've heard Republicans tell me, these are registered New York City Republicans, say, sometimes you got to force dumb people to do stuff. Yeah, that's what they told me.
Yeah.
They know I'm anti-mandate. They're like, Larry, you're wrong on this one. I'm like, dude,
2
you're a
minutes.
Republican. You're supposed to not be about big government. Yeah, but get them. They have fallen into the trap of the other.
Which brings me to my next point that I kind of wanted to push back on. You said be nice to the Nazis, but that didn't work when we were nice to the Nazis.
No.
I mean, I guess it did eventually. We went through 10 years in a world war, but
I would disagree. What every single time throughout history, when fascists fight internally, they win. Every time. The Germans fought, the communists and the Nazis fought in the streets with guns and bottles and knives, and the Nazis win. The fascists only lose when they go outside of their country. They won in Italy, Spain, Portugal, now in Turkey.
1 minute.
All the time. So fighting them doesn't work. Being nice does. And here is my example. Gandhi. Gandhi beat the British Empire, the biggest empire in the world, by being nice.
yeah. So I guess we just smile and say, I don't wear my mask? Or
Yes, absolutely. Smile and don't comply. I love it. 100%. All right, my friend.
I think that sounds
Thank
good.
you. I appreciate your call. Everybody else, yep, we're going to end it on smile and don't comply. That is a free solution. I'm glad you gave me a chunk of your day. Happy holidays. Enjoy your Christmas. I will see you all next week.